Hi, it's been a while. My name is Ribahente Flores and this is my channel.
Hi, my name is Ribahente Flores and once again, good day. For today's video, the topic that we will be going to discuss was all about ellipse. So ellipse is one of the types of a conic section, and I have already a video about conic section and I posted in my channel last week. So this video serves as a continuation of that video. At the end of this video, the objectives is that the learners are not able to identify the properties of the ellipse. But to clarify, this video focuses more on the ellipse where the center is at the origin. So let us derive or define what is ellipse. Ellipse is the set of all points in a plane where the sum of whose distances from two fixed points called foci. The longest diameter is called the major axis and has the length of 2a, while the shortest is called the minor axis and has the length of 2b. So in ellipse, we have these two types of equation in standard form. So first is x squared all over a squared plus y squared all over b squared is equals to 1. This equation helps us determine the orientation of the ellipse if we were going to graph it. So in that first equation, we have these properties. Again, the center is at the origin, the vertices are at v, positive negative a, 0, foci are at f, positive negative c, 0, and points of the minor axis are at 0, positive negative b. Orientation is where the major axis will relies on, or the relies on. Next is the eccentricity is ellipse helps us measure how the ellipse near at the circular shape, and it has here the formula of c all over a is equals to square root of a squared minus b squared all over a, where it is less than by 1, and the directrix are x is equals to positive negative a squared all over c. So given the first equation, we have this first example where it is x squared all over 9 plus y squared all over 4 is equals to 1. So if we were going to graph this first example here, the illustration would look like this. So, and the properties of that is the center is at the origin. So as you observe in the illustration, the center is at 0, 0. The vertices are at v, positive negative a, 0, where the value are positive negative 3, 0. So as you observe, we have this a as our denominator here. So in a given example, we have this 9. So if we were going to find the squared root of 9, so we have 3 as the value. So we have this positive negative 3, 0. The foci are at f, positive negative c, 0, where it is square root of 5, 0, negative square root of 5, 0. The endpoints of the minor axis are at positive negative b, and we have this v, and in a given equation we have this 4, and if we were going to square root the 4, we came up with 2. So we have this the value of our b as 0, the value of our b which is 2, and the minor axis is 0, 2, 0, negative 2. The orientation is the major axis is along the x-axis. So as you observe in our graph, our values, most commonly the AC is in the x side, while the other one, or the y side, is equals to 0. So the eccentricity is E is equal to square root of 5 as the value of our C all over 3, which is, if we're going to simplify, we came up with 0.74536, and the directrix are x, positive negative a squared all over c, a squared which is 9, and c which is square root of 5, is we came up with positive negative 4.025. So the second equation is y squared all over a squared plus x squared all over b squared is equals to 1. As you observe, y squared and x squared, the position is just interchanged from the first equation. So we have this we have this ideas that the orientation of this equation is in along the major axis is along the y-axis. So the properties of the second equation is the center is at the origin, the vertices are at v is 0, positive, negative a, the foci are at f, 0, positive, negative c, and points of the minor axis are at positive, negative v, 0, and the orientation is for sure it is in the y-axis. The major axis is the major axis is in the y-axis, along the y-axis. The eccentricity is similar to the first equation, which is c is all over a, which is less than by 1, and the directrix are x is equals to positive negative a squared all over c. So we have this example 2. Here the y squared all over 9 plus x squared all over 4 is equals to 1. And if we were going to graph this second example, the illustration would look like this here. So we are right that the major axis is along the y-axis. So the properties are the center as at the origin, this is 0, 0. The vertices are at 0 plus minus a, which is the 0, 3 and 0, negative 3. So the values of a and c is in the y side if we're going to plot the points, and the x side would equal to 0. So the foci are at 0 square root of 5 and 0 negative square root of 5. The endpoints, again, 2 is derived from the b squared, so we came up with 2. And the endpoints of the minor axis are at 2, 0, negative 2, 0. The orientation is along the y-axis. The eccentricity is a square root of 5 all over 3. And if we simplify, we came up with 0.74536. And the directrix are at x positive negative a squared all over c, or 9 all over divided by square root of 5, so we came up with positive negative 4.025. And that would be all for this video, and I hope you learned, and please do subscribe and get blessed. Thank you.